There is a figure that makes many older adults reflect. According to the National Institute on Aging in the United States, over 40% of men after the age of 60 experience natural hormonal imbalances. This leads to various issues that directly affect male vitality, daily energy, and urinary health. Perhaps you have also experienced feelings of unexplained fatigue, a heavy spirit, gradually losing interest in small joys in life, nights where you have to wake up many times due to the urge to urinate, and a growing waistline. Even though you do not eat much, all of these signs are not random. They are a quiet message from your body signaling that your aging hormones are gradually declining, but not everyone knows. There is still a very gentle way. With just half a pill each day, it can help awaken your body's ability to naturally produce its own hormones without relying on injections, GIDs, or other complicated therapies. This video will help you better understand how to take care of your body from the inside. If you are over 60 years old, please watch this video until the end. It may change the way you care for your health each day. In which country are you watching this video? Please leave a comment below. Are you facing a similar situation? Please share with us. I always read each and every one of your comments. Do not skip this video if you want to live longer and stay healthier each day. When stepping into the age of 60, many gentlemen begin to clearly feel changes that are hard to describe. It is not just the slowing pace of daily life, but also quiet transformations within the body that directly affect male vitality, aging, hormone function, and prostate health. At first glance, these signs may seem minor. However, over time, they accumulate into a burden that makes each day feel heavier. Do you still remember waking up in the morning with a refreshed mind and a body full of energy? Or do you now find that each morning brings only feelings of fatigue, sluggishness, and a mind that is no longer as clear as before? That is one of the clearest signs that your body's natural hormones are gradually declining. Along with that is a growing waistline. Even though your eating habits have not changed, a frequent need to urinate, but only passing small amounts, sometimes feeling difficult to control. This shows that urinary function is also seriously affected by the weakening of internal hormones. According to a report from the National Institute on Aging in the United States, this condition occurs naturally with age because the body's production of endogenous testosterone gradually decreases after the age of 55. Becoming especially noticeable after 60. The root cause lies in the fact that important endocrine glands, such as the pituitary gland and adrenal glands, no longer function as strongly as before. This leads to reduced vitality and diminished prostate regulation ability, affecting the entire circulatory, digestive, and nervous systems. Some people even mistake these signs for ordinary aging and overlook the need for proper care. By the time the condition becomes clear, recovery becomes much more difficult. Therefore, recognizing the early signs of aging hormone decline is an extremely important first step in helping each person take a more proactive role in their healthcare journey. Have you ever experienced such signs? Unexplained fatigue, low spirits, trouble sleeping, frequent nighttime urination? If so, please leave a comment below so we can discuss together. But the question arises, why do hormones decline with age? And specifically, what mechanism in the body changes to make that happen? When we are young, each morning begins with energy, a clear mind, and a strong, healthy body, as if there is always a flame burning inside. But after the age of 60, many people begin to feel things slow down. Vitality fades. Sleep is no longer deep. Signs: such as a growing waistline and frequent nighttime urination, appear more often. All of these share one common cause: the gradual decrease of the natural hormone testosterone. But why does the body change this way? It is not random. It is the result of a very clear biological mechanism inside the human body. Imagine the body as a house with a fireplace and an automatic thermostat. The fireplace represents the place where male hormones are produced, which is in the testicles. The thermostat represents the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland in the brain, the two organs responsible for controlling the amount of hormones circulating in the blood when testosterone levels in the blood decrease. The thermostat sends a signal to the fireplace, ordering it to increase production to maintain balance. But as age increases, especially after 60, the thermostat begins to slow down, no longer as sensitive as before. The signal it sends becomes weaker, and the testicles therefore produce less hormone. This process happens naturally, but leaves many consequences if not recognized in time. In addition, the cells that produce hormones also age over time. Their activity is no longer as strong, leading to endogenous testosterone levels that no longer stay at the necessary level to protect male vitality. Prostate health and the urinary system as when we were younger. For this reason, many people have turned to external hormone supplementation methods such as testosterone injections, gels, or pills. However, they unintentionally make a major mistake. When too much external hormone is introduced, the brain receives the signal as if the house is being overheated. The thermostat immediately stops sending signals. The testicles stop working, becoming weaker over time, affecting the body's natural male vitality function. That is why many people, after stopping these therapies, face an even more serious condition than before. Therefore, finding a method that helps the body restore its own ability to produce endogenous hormones without relying on external sources is completely necessary. Have you ever wondered if there is a way for the body to restore its ability to produce endogenous hormones without needing to add more from the outside? The answer is that it is entirely possible if we clearly understand the body's self-regulating mechanism and apply the right supportive method. In fact, in the field of male vitality care after the age of 60, experts in the United States have studied and applied a solution called clomiphene citrate, more commonly known as Clomid. This is not a synthetic hormone, but a gentle stimulant that helps the body automatically produce its own natural testosterone. Again, the mechanism of Clomid is quite easy to understand. Instead of directly adding hormones from the outside, like placing a large heater right next to the thermostat, causing the system to shut down, Clomid works more like temporarily covering the thermostat's eyes. Specifically, it blocks the brain from seeing the amount of estrogen in the blood. When estrogen is hidden, the thermostat assumes that the overall hormone level in the body is too low and immediately sends a strong signal to the testicles requesting an increase in testosterone production. This is the important difference. It is not about injecting testosterone from the outside, but awakening the body's natural fireplace to function again in a self-regulated and sustainable way. The special thing is that when used correctly, this method does not completely shut down the body's own function, like traditional replacement therapies. Instead, it helps maintain and even stimulate the testicles to work more actively. This also means supporting long-term stability for prostate function and the urinary system. According to clinical records in the United States, many cases using Clomid have shown positive results. Endogenous testosterone levels doubled or even tripled compared to the initial level without affecting the body's self-regulating ability. For example, A person with a testosterone level of around 300 nanograms per deciliter can fully recover to 600 to 900 nanograms per deciliter. After a period of consistent use, more importantly, it keeps the endogenous hormone production system operating regularly without interruptions or degeneration. This is the outstanding advantage that this method offers compared to previous traditional approaches. So when talking about using Clomid, what dosage is suitable for elderly men? How much is just enough to bring about results without exceeding the necessary threshold? Once you clearly understand how clomiphene citrate stimulates the body to naturally produce its own hormones, again, the next question is always how to use it in a way that achieves the highest effectiveness while ensuring absolute safety for men after the age of 60. In reality, clomiphene citrate is commonly manufactured in tablet form with a strength of 50 milligrams. This dosage is designed for other health support purposes, not specifically for restoring male vitality in elderly men. To suit this need, the dosage needs to be adjusted to a gentler and more moderate level according to guidance from endocrine experts in the United States. The most common dosage is 25 milligrams taken every other day. This means taking it one day and resting the next day without needing to take it continuously. The method is very simple. Just take a 50 milligram tablet and split it into 2 equal halves. Take half a tablet each time. It is best to choose a tablet that has a scored line in the middle to make splitting easier and more accurate. The important thing is not to arbitrarily increase the dose or take more than recommended with the hope of seeing faster results. This method is based on the principle of gentle, regular, and natural stimulation. The body needs time to re-establish a sustainable rhythm of endogenous hormone production. Usually, a box containing 10 50 milligram tablets, when split in half, provides 20 doses of 25 milligrams. If taken every other day, one box is enough for 40 consecutive days. This is very economical and easy to follow. When applying this method, you should persist for at least 4 weeks or more to clearly feel the changes from within the body. These include feeling more mentally relaxed, sleeping more deeply, having more energy, and especially reducing nighttime urination. This helps the prostate and urinary system function more stably. Another important note is that you should consult with a healthcare professional before starting, especially if you are being treated for chronic conditions such as high blood pressure, heart disease, or diabetes, to avoid unwanted drug interactions. In addition, always remember that caring for male vitality in later years is not just about taking supportive medication. It must also be combined with a healthy lifestyle, a reasonable diet, and regular exercise every day. So besides the effect of restoring hormones, what other benefits does this method bring to the overall health of elderly men? When restoring the body's natural hormone production mechanism, what men over 60 receive is not just about regaining vitality. It also includes positive improvements in many aspects of overall health. First, the most noticeable change is the clear improvement in prostate health and urinary function. When endogenous testosterone levels return to a stable range, bladder control is also restored. This helps reduce nighttime urination, urination, or the feeling of constantly needing to urinate but not being able to empty fully. As a result, sleep becomes deeper and longer, and waking up in the morning no longer feels exhausting due to interrupted rest. Next, we cannot ignore the positive effects on circulation and cardiovascular health. Studies from the National Institute on Aging in the United States have shown that men with stable endogenous testosterone levels have a lower risk of cardiovascular disease, high blood pressure, or atherosclerosis. Compared to those with prolonged hormone decline, the reason is that aging hormones play an important role in maintaining vascular elasticity and regulating cholesterol levels in the blood. In addition, when the endocrine system operates in the correct rhythm, energy metabolism also becomes more efficient. This helps reduce excess fat, especially in the lower abdominal area, increases the body's ability to absorb nutrients from food, and supports easier digestion. Many people after 60 years old often experience muscle loss and increased belly fat. But with stable natural hormone levels, this phenomenon can be controlled much more effectively. Alongside physical factors, mental health also experiences profound positive changes. When natural hormones return to balance, men often feel more optimistic, more at ease, a calmer mind, and a reduction in negative emotions such as anxiety or unexplained stress. This is why many people, after applying this method, report not only feeling healthier, but also feeling happier and living more positively each day. The most important thing is that all these benefits come from restoring the body's own ability to produce endogenous hormones rather than relying on external supplementation. Therefore, the results achieved will be sustainable and safe in the long term, without the worry of unwanted side effects. So, to maintain these results, what specific points should be kept in mind when applying this method? When choosing the method of restoring natural hormone levels by stimulating the body to produce its own endogenous testosterone again, the most important factor is applying it correctly and maintaining it regularly, according to guidance, to ensure long-term effectiveness without causing unwanted side effects. First of all, the dosage must be clearly determined. For men over 60 years old, the safest level is 25 milligrams taken every other day, which means taking it one day and resting the next day. It is absolutely necessary not to take it continuously every day and not to arbitrarily increase the dosage out of a desire to achieve faster results. Using the correct dosage not only gently stimulates the body's ability to produce hormones naturally, but also helps avoid counterproductive effects if endogenous hormone levels increase too much. In addition to following the dosage, it is especially important to have regular health checkups, especially monitoring hormone indicators through blood tests, to know exactly where your endogenous testosterone level stands and whether any adjustment is needed. Typically, you should have it checked again every 30 to 40 days after starting use to ensure absolute safety. Another equally important note is combining this method with a healthy lifestyle to optimize results. If you rely only on medication while neglecting exercise, nutrition, or mental health, the body will struggle to achieve long-term balance. Regarding diet, it is advisable to add foods that support natural testosterone production, such as spinach, pumpkin seeds, avocado, and salmon, while minimizing alcohol, sugary foods, and greasy dishes as much as possible. Dark green vegetables are very rich in nutrients beneficial for the endocrine system and help stabilize prostate function as well as the urinary system. For exercise, simply maintaining a habit of brisk walking for about 30 minutes a day or practicing gentle yoga or tai chi already brings many benefits to overall health. Moreover, mental health also plays a major role in maintaining stable hormone levels. Therefore, you should always keep a relaxed mood and limit prolonged worries, because stress is one of the leading causes of aging hormone disorders that many people often overlook. Finally, it is extremely important to be cautious when choosing where to purchase medication. You should consult with a medical specialist or buy only from reputable facilities with clear licensing. Do not order online without careful verification, because this may lead to using poor quality products. In summary, to achieve sustainable and safe results when applying the method of restoring natural hormones. Users need to combine taking the correct dosage, maintaining a healthy lifestyle, and having regular health checkups in a consistent manner. After all the sharing today, we hope that everyone listening now has a clearer understanding of how to care for male vitality health after the age of 60 in a natural and sustainable way. The gradual decline of natural hormones with age is something that cannot be avoided. However, we can absolutely take the initiative to support the body by choosing gentle methods such as using half a tablet every other day, combined with a healthy lifestyle and a reasonable nutrition plan. More importantly, always remember that it is not necessary to wait until health has already weakened before starting to care. Begin today with the smallest actions, whether it is changing your dinner to include more nutrient-rich green vegetables, building the habit of slow walking each morning, or simply allowing yourself more rest time to keep the mind relaxed. Restoring the body's natural hormone production mechanism not only brings back vitality, but also helps stabilize prostate and urinary health, thereby improving long-term quality of life. If you find this content helpful, please subscribe to the channel to continue accompanying us in future videos, where we will share more knowledge about diets, gentle exercice, and natural herbal solutions to help maintain elderly health in a comprehensive way. What daily habits are you practicing to protect your aging hormones? Please leave a comment below the video. I always read each of your shares to continue exchanging with you, wishing everyone good health, an optimistic spirit, and the ability to fully maintain your male vitality in the most natural way